Good morning. So today is Mormon Chapter 8, verses 1 through 13. Chapter 8 is broken up into 3 days. And Chapter 9 is also broken up into 3 days. So they're going to be short little things. So what's happening in the first 13 verses is that Moroni starts writing. Mormon's dead. He's gone. He wrote that thing, then he handed it off to Moroni. They went back into battle. Now it's just Moroni. Everybody's gone. That's it. He's all alone. He's sad, and he's all alone, and it's sad. These chapters are depressing, but there are some things, there's an evidence that I want to share. And in verse 11, it says that he's going to hide up the records unto the Lord. And it says, Joseph Smith reported that he found the gold plates in a stone box buried in the ground, a claim that most of his critics did not believe. However, in the mid-1900s, such discoveries became quite common. In 1945, several volumes of Christian writing from the 5th century A.D. were discovered in Egypt, followed 2 years later by the discovery of over 800 scrolls in caves near the Dead Sea. Many of the Dead Sea Scrolls, which contain ancient religious writing, including the Old Testament, were concealed inside fired clay pots. Recently discovered writings speak of hundreds of ancient records hidden away for future discovery, many of them written on metal plates and buried in stone boxes. And I find that fascinating. All these evidences. It's like, there's more. There's more out there, which is fascinating. Anyways. And then it talks about, whoso receiveth this record and shall not condemn it shall know of greater things. And it just talks about, kind of that line upon line, precept upon precept. If you accept this, then you'll receive a greater knowledge. And if you accept that, you'll receive a greater knowledge. And that's basically that. That's all that's in here. And I broke out my trusty Ludlow. I haven't been using him lately. But because they're so little, I thought I'd look in him. And he says, were all of the Nephites destroyed except Moroni? 2 key words are considered in this question, are Nephites and destroyed. And then he goes on to talk about how the term Nephite was used differently at different points in ancient America times. So at one point, Nephites were used for Nephites' family and those who followed him. And then at one point, it was those who belonged to the Church of God. And then, so the term was used in different ways at different points of time. At the time of Moroni, it was used as Okay, for the remainder of the Book of Mormon, the term Nephite apparently refers to the descendants of those who had been faithful. And so then it gives this big long thing by Hugh Nibley about the fact that all the Nephites were not destroyed. I'm going to read you something, okay? Where should I? A complete slaughter of any one generation would, of course, be an end of their history altogether, but that is not what destroyed means. Of the Jews at Jerusalem, Nephi says, I know that the day must shortly come that they must be destroyed, save only a few. Later, after the Messiah hath arisen from the dead, behold, Jerusalem shall be destroyed again. In these 2 cases, what actually happened was that the Jews were all scattered, save only a few that remained in the land. The Israelites, upon entering the promised land, we are told, drove out the children of the land, yea, unto the scattering them unto destruction. Here it is plainly stated that the destruction of the Canaanites was their scattering, as is known to have been the case. Likewise the Nephites, and after thy seed shall be destroyed and dwindle in unbelief, and also the seed of thy brethren, behold, these things shall be hid up. Where both Nephites and Lamanites dwindled in unbelief after they had been destroyed. Only once in the Book of Mormon do we read of a case of annihilation, and that's talking about the Ammonites. But anyways, he's saying that destroyed does not mean annihilation, and so the Nephites is referred to those who were still faithful to the church. So there are descendants of Nephi still out there, not just Lamanites. Like it's saying that Native Americans are not just Lamanites, they're Lamanites and Nephites, and that not all of them, not all the followers of the church were destroyed, they were just scattered. So that's that. That's all I got. So it's going to be short little things like that all week. Hope you have a great day. Talk to you later.